Now we bring to the temperature area and how to connect it. You have two options. One is the 4X thermocouple adapter, and the other one is a single thermocouple adapter. The 4X is $35 and the single is $30. So if you have more than two or more tanks within 6 feet of each other, this is by far the better value. You'll receive thermocouples, the number that you ordered. You'll receive long vent cables. These are quite long, more than 6 feet long, and this allows you to run the cables to the various tanks. You'll receive in your accessory pouch suction cups, wire ties, and command strips. The way this works is this goes in the tank, and the only part that needs to be in the water is this end. The rest of this is just to get to this end. This is where a thermocouple works. This can be passed through the hole in this right there. And if it's not tight enough, you can also use the wire tie and go ahead and tighten it to the wire tie. But in either case, you take this assembly and you put it in your tank and affix it to the wall. So it will then stick to the wall and you'll be able to read the temperature in the tank. Cord management's important. So run this down your tank, and when you get to the place where you've got your stands or your racks that you've got your tanks on, go ahead and take a command strip and affix it to this and mount this. It should be someplace dry. You don't need to be able to get at it, but you certainly don't want to have it being covered with water. That will allow it. Then you connect in one of these long strips. It's one per of these boxes, so this reads 4 thermocouples. And then you would plug that into either your Hydra controller, or you would plug it into one of the hubs that we've gone over. This is a very simple system. You can run your cables so that you don't see them. You may also have in there, and these are available at your local Lowe's, Home Depot, big box hardware store. These are wire tie holders. And so you can affix these to the legs of your table, say you did it, and then have some of these and go ahead and just tie these wires up there. That can make this very neat. We provide a couple, we toss them in there for you just so you know. For me to sell you these would be silly because they're very not expensive and you can get them from your local hardware store. This is a close-up of the 4X thermocouple fidget and the wires. I had to move the camera closer so that you could see. This little screwdriver that, if you request it, we include, is because we found that many people don't have a screwdriver that small laying around in their toolbox. But what you do is you take it out of its package and you see that there is a red and black wire, and you put the black wire in the common terminals. Those are designated by the little arrow there. And then you put the red wire in the one with the number. So 0, and then there's nothing in 1, 2, but then you'll see there's another one here in 3. So this allows you to configure up to 4 thermocouples to be read, as again, within 6 feet of each other, because these cables are only so long. But if you have more than one tank near each other, the 4X adapter is by far, this is a $35 part. The single is a $30 part. So if you have 2 next to each other, this definitely saves you some money, even 3, 4. So we suggested if in fact you are mixing and matching and you only have 3 and you don't need the 4th thermocouple and you didn't want to, you can go to the do-it-yourself section on the Square Ordering website and just mix and match. You can buy one of these and a couple of these and this and that. And there is no bundled savings. So if you buy all the parts individually or you buy the parts in the assembly, they're only combined for ease of order.